Hey everyone, Greg here, and tonight I'm about to launch a new blog post on my site. So before I do that, I wanted to share a few checklist items that I do when I'm creating content for either myself or for my clients. So I have a friend who reached out to me who is building a new website and wanted to know checklist items to follow for SEO. I sent him over this article from Moz, but it made me think that maybe I should write about this topic as well on my site. So before I start writing, I'm going to do some research. I put their URL into SEMrush and I can see they get about 125 visits each month, give or take. Here are the keywords that they rank for, so new website SEO, SEO checklist for new websites. There's a lot of keywords right there. What I do in the next steps is put my content ideas into a Word document. Now, I go through many revisions, so what I first do is I put all the keywords that I want to go after, and then I sort of break out into individual sections of new website checklist, steps, strategy, all that kind of stuff. And I put it all down. I start to write my own notes right in there. And then I start to build out the content as well. And as I build out the content, I start to formulate the theme of how it's actually going to flow down and make sense for someone who might be completely new to SEO. So I always try to think about that, who my target audience might be. My friend who needed some help is very new to this subject, and I realized that getting very complicated on Skype might not be exactly helpful. So kind of change it up for a new audience, I think, is very important. Now, after I've gone through all the revisions, I put my content into Grammarly just to make sure that there's no obvious spelling mistakes or grammatical errors. I'm sure there are some, but for the most part, it's in a much better spot than what it was before. Next, I put everything into WordPress. So I add some pictures, I add some header 2 tags to kind of change up the flow of the content. Now, one thing I actually want to point out within the Word doc is that I highlight the keywords that I want to link back either to myself or to third-party sites. So SEO Specialist is going to go back to my homepage. I could say SWOT analysis. I'm going to link out to some third-party site after I review some articles, which one I think does the best. Because when it comes to SEO, you cannot just be an island. You really have to show Google that this piece of content that you wrote is truly one of the best pieces because it's so informative. So you have all the great content on your page, but you're also giving your audience links also to other places that are just as good, if not even better, because you want to tell Google that when people come here, they're going to get everything they need, plus maybe even more. So always think about links on your own site and then links also to third-party sites. It's very important. Basically, now that I have everything right here, everything looks good now. The last thing I want to mention before I launch is I look at the URL structure. So I'm going to scroll all the way down here, and it's simply /blog/SEO because that's how my WordPress is set up. So by blog and then by category, and then new website SEO checklist. I try to keep the URL pretty small after that. I don't want to make it overly long. And then finally, it's the title tag here as well. So a new website SEO checklist and review before launch -TM blast. Now, of course, you can change up the words for that or the meta name description, but the whole process for me probably took about I would say maybe 1 to 2 weeks from when my friend originally reached out to me and we talked on Skype, to me doing research on a competitor, to putting them into my SEMrush tool, to then start to build out the content, all the revisions. Now it's about to launch. So that should give you an idea of kind of how the process goes. I hope this was informative. And if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, have a good rest of your day.